Hello everyone, it's Carol here at Oak House Journals and Junk Journal January 2024 again today, and I'm doing prompt 23, which is texture. So I'm just lifting out of my deconstructed journal the page that I'm going to be working on, and as you can see I've already done some work on this page, and that I did in a previous video, so if you'd like to check that out. I've got a flap of brown wrapping paper, and I've also done some stitching round on my sewing machine, so I'm hoping that both of those will give some texture to my page. Just lifting out my cat tag, so I've got a flat surface to work on. Distress ink there, and these are some little pieces that I've lifted out to work with today, and that's one of the Tim Holtz backdrop papers. And that photograph is one that I've used in one of the Oak House Journals tag swap tag tutorials in the past, and that was left over. So that was another piece of the wrapping paper that I used at the bottom, and here I'm just showing you some of the concertina wrapping paper that you sometimes get in parcels, and I'm tempted to use that. I've also shown you the embossing paste that I plan to use. Now I'm fascinated by this accordion style wrap or packaging, so I've decided that I'm going to give it a try and see if I can get some texture and dimension on my page using it. So I'm just gluing it across the top of my page, and then whilst that's drying I've brought in the backdrop paper piece, and I'm just auditioning that with the photograph on the top. It's a little bit too big if I want to get that concertina packaging in, so I'm trimming it down, and I do go in again and trim it down even further. So now that top portion is dry, I'm just teasing out the concertina ring, and I'm just adding a dab of glue in places as I'm teasing it out to try and hold it in place. Now I'm doing this very slowly and very gently because I need to make sure each dot of glue is dry before I open the concertina out any further. So here I've done it all, and I'm just gluing the edges in place and using my bone folder to help me. Sorry, hair in camera alert there. So it's in place, loving how it looks. I've got a scrap of handmade paper there that I'm just trying down the left hand side and just trimming off the top of this piece of ephemera. Have no idea where I got it from, but I absolutely love the colour, especially with that lady's hair in the photograph. Here I go, trimming down the backdrop a little bit more. And that's a strip of, as I say, handmade paper, handwritten paper that I'm auditioning up the top there. I've used it before in previous prompts for this series. This is the portion that I glued off the top, and you'll see it come into place again in the future. Decide I like what I'm placing, so I'm going around everything with some vintage photo ink, and then I've just ripped a portion of that handwritten paper, glued it behind the backdrop paper, and got a scrap left over which I do use in that corner, but I trim off the edges first just to square it off. That's the little portion that I took off the top of that number 3, just gluing it in place, and then I go in and glue the rest of that figure 3 piece in place. So I'm loving everything, how it's looking, so I decide I'm gluing it to my background. So I'm tucking that top left hand corner under one of the raised portions of the packaging. And here I've got a Tim Holtz stencil. Please don't ask me which one it is because I've chopped off the details in my packaging. But I'm going in with some Dreamwork stencil crackle paste embossing paste, and just cleaning off my edges. And I decide that I want to have more of that embossing paste in the top corner as well, opposite corner. And I'm quite happy that it's gone over my photograph. I wanted to do that, I just wish I'd done it at the bottom, and again cleaning up my edges. And here, as you can see, I've got a blue dot there where I've just put the stamp that I don't like, but I decide that the stamp actually looks better at the top. It needs something up there, So to cover that blue area, I've gone in with some pastel pink, rather muted pastel pink washi, just to cover it over, and have a portion left over which I don't want to waste, so I'm not sure where to put it. Put it over this corner at first, as you can see, and then don't like it, so I rip that up or pull it up, and here I'm adding it to the bottom corner. So thank you so much, everybody. A quick and easy one today. Came together really quickly, and I'm really pleased with how this one looks. And all I can say is thank you so much for watching me, for all your lovely comments supporting me throughout this Junk Journal January 2024 series. I really do appreciate it. And until the next video, for prompt number 24, which I think is fabric, don't hold me to that. Until then, happy crafting and take care. Bye bye now.